Hey, what is up, guys? I am going to be giving you two videos kind of in one. I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the roster for WWE 2K14 so far. It's not the full roster, but it's the roster so far. And I'm also going to be giving you a video that was given to me by my cousin Ryan True. He wants me to give a video on who I think could beat Undertaker at Wrestlemania. So we're just gonna start off with the guys, and now that's not gonna take long because there's not a lot of guys in here. So let's see. So the roster for WWE 2K14. It already looks pretty good so far. Um, so we'll just go right down the list. Dolph Ziggler, not bad. I like Dolph Ziggler. Securing talent. I'm glad they already started to put him in the roster. John Cena, he's the face of the company. Why wouldn't he be in the game? Doesn't make sense. Now this one, I'm actually surprised that he's in it. It's Macho Man Randy Savage. Now this surprises me because Macho Man Randy Savage pretty much has been forgotten about in WWE. He hasn't really been mentioned a lot. They never really mentioned him that much before he died in 2011. So it was just weird that they're bringing him up again, and he hasn't been in a WWE game since WWE All Stars. He wasn't in any other game, and I think Macho Man Randy Savage could make a great addition to WWE 2K14. So I'm glad that Macho Man Randy Savage is in it. Maybe this could be a sign that maybe they're gonna start giving him that Hall of Fame stuff. So, The Rock, he's on the cover, so why wouldn't he be in the game? But he's a good talent too. Ryback, I don't mind it. I like Ryback as a heel. I don't know if he's gonna be a face or a heel in this, but if he's a heel, I'm digging heel Ryback. I like him. Shawn Michaels, Mr. WrestleMania. I love Shawn. Well, I like Shawn Michaels. I don't actually love him. Not that like I love Shawn Michaels as a wrestling fan, right? Not that kind of love. Um, he's a great wrestler. He's an icon. Um, he's a Hall of Famer. He definitely deserves to be in WWE 2K14. Then the last person that they have so far is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen him since Tough Enough. Since Tough Enough. He hasn't been around since Tough Enough. Um, so I like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm glad because I actually like using Stone Cold Steve Austin in the games too. Like he has a pretty good move sets in the game. I like using him. So I'm glad he's in the game. So now I'm going to get to my topic because I gave you my thoughts. The roster looks good so far. The worst person so far is probably Ryback. Everybody, to be honest with you, because Cena, good. Dolph Ziggler's great. Savage, great. Rock, great. And Austin, great. So we'll see where this roster thing takes us. So now I'm going to get to the topic about the Undertaker could lose to at WrestleMania. Who should he lose to? Now, my thoughts on the streak is I like the streak. I've told you this before. It's one of the main reasons everybody watches WrestleMania to see the streak intact, to see Undertaker who is gonna step up and try to take on the streak. And there have been many people that have tried and failed, but they've come this close. One person in particular is actually Shawn Michaels. WrestleMania 25, he came so close to beating Undertaker, and it was a great match. He didn't come as close in 26. Kane came close in 14 because 14. Triple H has come close. I would say more 27 and 28. He came real close. CM Punk came close. He didn't do too bad. I would say Edge did good. Batista did good. Who else? Johnny Gonzalez technically claimed close because he beat him by disqualification. Diesel's come close. Kevin Nash has come close. Kevin Nash, also known as Diesel, or Big Sexy. Trying to think of other people. No. There's always been someone though that has had their moment when they faced Undertaker, except Jake the Snake Roberts. He's got squashed. Um, but my thoughts about who could beat him, it's just like, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give people who could beat him first. My first person, I don't want to say this, John Cena. I don't want to hate. I know everyone's gonna hate me for this, but he's the WWE is pro Cena. They have given Cena everything. They've given him WWE Championship 11 times. He's hold it the most. Um, World Champion twice. United States Champion 3 times. Tag Team Champion. World Tag Team and WWE Tag Team, where he's held it with Batista, Shawn Michaels, David Otunga, The Miz, and I think that's it. He's only held it with those people, so he's a 4-time Tag Team Champion. He's okay. I think and he's won the Royal Rumble twice. He's won the Elimination Chamber. He's done it all. They are always shoving down Cena's throats how he's doing the Make-A-Wish Foundation stuff, and he's doing all this stuff outside WWE. And it's just like, they always like to give Cena wins that piss him off. Like, they wouldn't accept the fact that The Rock got the last laugh at WrestleMania 28, so they had to do it at WrestleMania 29 again. Rock Cena 2. I did not want to see that. So, I could see John Cena actually beating Taker, because he's a guy that's going to stick around too, because they don't want to give it to someone who's not going to stick around, because Edge, he didn't really stick around because he had to retire. Mark Henry, who want Mark Henry? Mark Henry's not the right person. Shawn Michaels retired, so what in a year, so why would he beat the streak? Batista went to MMA. Big Boss Man died, so that doesn't count. Kane actually could have beaten it because he's his brother, but I don't think they're going to give it to Kane now. But I think Cena could, because he's going to stick around. He's just a face, so they're just going to shove him down their throats. Another guy that I think could is Brock Lesnar. He's a dominant force they faced before, and I don't think Undertaker has ever beaten Brock Lesnar. He's never beaten Lesnar in a match, so that kind of gives him the advantage. And Brock Lesnar's destructive. It would make him look real strong, and he probably will be sticking around for who knows how much longer, but I think Brock Lesnar could beat the streak. Chris Jericho. No, I think Chris Jericho actually could beat the streak. Because he's going to stick around for one. And actually, let me get back to Lesnar actually for a second. Also, Lesnar's a former 3-time WWE champion, former UFC champion, King of the Ring, Royal Rumble winner. So he's accomplished a lot in his career. So I think Brock Lesnar has the accolades to beat The Undertaker at Mania. As for Chris Jericho, he's he's held the Intercontinental Championship the most. He's held it 9 times. He's been Tag Team Champion, World Heavyweight Champion. He was the first undisputed champion. He was a former WWE champion, or WWF at that time. And he actually is passionate to the business, because one time he said that he would not want to work with TNA because he's too passionate for WWE. And I can agree with that. I could see Chris Jericho beating Undertaker. Those are the only 3 guys I could really see. But another guy to throw out there is a new face, because that would really push him. Like a new kind of guy in the company that Undertaker could give it to. He could give it to someone that's gonna stick around for a while, like a Daniel Bryan, because he's over with the crowd, so he could give it to somebody like that. So I think a new fresh wrestler could be the Undertaker, because that would really boost him, and that means they would have high hopes for him. But as for honesty, though, those are the guys I could see beating that could beat the Undertaker. But my opinion, I don't think you should ever end the streak. Let me explain to you why. like I said, the streak's the reason people watch Mania, and people who watch Mania too because it's a big show. But it's one of the main reasons people watch WrestleMania. It would kind of ruin Mania in a way if you had the streak end. And another thing, people would rage. I have said a million times, well, to my friend Adam and stuff, people would rage if Undertaker lost at Mania. People's like it would just be pissed. People would be pissed off. I can pick I almost every time I think he's gonna lose, I get pissed. I get pissed. Um, and I don't think that streak should ever end because it makes Undertaker a legend. It's really the last thing that he has left. It's the last reason he comes to WWE. So once the streak is gone, Undertaker's gone, and I am a huge Undertaker fan. I have an Undertaker shirt. That was one of the first WWE T-shirts I've had, and I think that if you take away the end the streak, Undertaker's done, and I don't want to see Undertaker be done. Eventually, it's gonna happen, but not yet, because I think he has a few. He can work like him working the way he is now. I think he could pull off working a few more years. I think though that streak should never end because it makes WrestleMania special. It makes Undertaker special, and it keeps the fans happy because I can just picture the fans raging. People will be pissed if Undertaker's streak's over. Um, as for me, I will be pissed. I've said a million times I'm throwing something out. I would never like. You thought when the Shield lost on SmackDown, I said it would be. I was mad when I was throwing my phone. If Undertaker lost at Mania, oh my gosh, I probably would throw my phone. I'd throw Adam's phone, my dad's girlfriend's phone, my dad's phone. Phones would be broken. Tables would be outside. If my dad, when the Boston Bruins lost, he was outside swearing. I would be outside swearing if The Undertaker lost at WrestleMania. That's how bad I don't want to see Undertaker lose. So that's just my thoughts right there. I wanted to get a video out to you guys. 2K14 as of right now. It looks like to be a good game. I'm not going to get my hopes up for it because, be honest with you, what's there to really look forward to be honest with you? Well, it looks like it could be a good game because I hear that I see Adam play the sports games and they look like they're good. The Madden, I was playing Madden 12 today. That was good. But as for WWE games, last year WWE 13, but it could have been THQ's fault. It got deleted off me and Adam's Xbox, and then we couldn't play. It was unplayable. So that's just my thoughts right there, though, on the game, the roster. The roster looks good. I like that they've added Austin. I really like that they added Macho Man Randy Savage. That is just great. I'm going to tell people about it when it's time. But that's pretty much it, guys. By tomorrow, I'm going to be starting to do those WWE Championship lists again. I stopped for a little while because I lost the papers and I never had a chance to get them back. But now I got them again. They're on my computer, and they're never going to be gone. So I'm going to start watching them. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Depends how the day goes. But that's pretty much it, guys. See you later.